Good evening, everybody, and welcome to 2026. And welcome back to the live stream as well. Oh, excuse me. Now, tonight I had a pretty busy New Year's Eve, so we're just going to keep things chill tonight. I'm going to play a little Kerbal space program for you all. Now, when we last left off, I was attempting a manned landing on Minimus and absolutely fucked it up and crashed into the moon. So, yeah, we're going to take another crack at that today, and hopefully this time it goes a lot better. Let's get into it. All right, welcome back, everybody. So, who here is ready for another full year of all sorts of crazy-ass live streams here on this channel with me, your handsome host? Now, let's see what we can do about getting to space. Let's see if I have... This is pretty much the same craft we had last time, and it did manage to get back. You're going down. Any meows? Why? All right, anyway, where were we? Let's see. That should all be... Don't we have a good way to get... I guess... That makes it sort of more aerodynamic? It'll have to do. All right. What are those anyway? Thoroughbreds? No, those aren't thoroughbreds. Those are Polluxes. Okay. So those should be able to get us high enough just to get into orbit. So I'm going to try and initiate our gravity turn a lot sooner. Like start on a much steeper gravity turn. Just as soon as we hit 100 meters per second. I've been playing a lot on my off-stream save file, so I've got a bit better of an idea of what the fuck I'm doing. New Year always feels like that. Yeah. Let's see here. Ah, crap, it's fighting me. Stay on target. Stay on target. Ooh. Here we go. Prepare to detach solid boosters. Sure hope that wasn't anything important. Firing liquid boosters. Ah, shit. Not good. Not good. Gotta get back on course. Go. There we go. Get our apoapsis up. Gotta get it out of the atmosphere at least. Just gotta get it past 70,000. We're gonna call it at 75. All right, we're gonna get a little bit closer and start our prograde burn. To circularize our orbit. Oh shit, we gotta start that maneuver now. And we'll start the burn to set our orbit. Ready to stage. There it goes. This is going to take a while. We got the weaker engines on it. I always like to put weaker engines on my second stage just because those are mostly going to be working in a vacuum, you know? They just got to sip fuel rather than trying to punch their way out of an atmosphere. And we are out of orbit. Now let's get our target set. And there we go. Almost got it. Okay. 30-second burn. So that's going to be a start at the 15-second mark. Set to maneuver. Warp a little bit closer. And kick the engines on now. And there's just something about this game that really just tickles my tism. Okay. Now I found out I can just use this thing to create our transfer window. So let's see. It's going to be one in T plus. And what, 31 days? Come on, there's got to be a closer transfer window than that. Give me that. Let me see here. How you doing, Patu? Doing pretty good, you know, just enjoying the new year. Just trying to get myself a nice manned mission to Minimus going. Let's see, focus view. Okay, yeah, there's our encounter. The 1 minute 36 second burn, 2026. Hell yeah. Like I said, I was looking forward to seeing just how far my channel can grow right now, because I've already gotten some pretty good progress in 2025. I'm hoping I'll be able to hit 200 followers in 2026. Let's see. Yeah, so burning for 1 minute 36 seconds divided by 2, that's going to be 30 seconds plus 18, 48 seconds. We're going to skip ahead a little bit. And start the burn. And we're aiming to land on this body right here. This is Minimus. This is Kerbin's second moon. You know, Kerbal, it's basically Earth. Except the humans are small and green. And look like that. Just gonna wait for that path to show up. Oh, what the? Not sure what's going on there. I'm just gonna wait for that moon encounter, that Minimus encounter to pop back into place. I think it's just a little off. Oh, cool. There's an eclipse. That's, oh, no, that's just what the sun looks like for some reason. There's a dot in the middle of the sun. I choose not to question that. There it is. Okay. Oh man, that is fussy. Warp here and prepare for landing. We're losing communication with Kerbin, but that's okay because we're a manned vessel, which means we don't need no stinking communication. We can do it our damn selves. Get a nice circular orbit going. Warp to next maneuver. And last time I did this, I forgot to set my velocity to be in sync with the surface, so I was going based on my orbit velocity, but that didn't account for the rotation of Minimus, which meant I ended up crashing into the surface, moving really fast to the side, which, yeah, resulted in me blowing the fuck up. Now, I'm not picky about where I land for this particular mission. This is going to be our first landing here, so anywhere goes. Looks like we're actually in a pretty good spot to start attempting our landing approach, because we should be landing at a point where, all right, that should be good. And we're going to warp here and start another retrograde burn. are now officially going to land on the surface. Switch out of that first-person view, which is nifty, but doesn't really do much all else. Okay. Oh, shit, that mountain is awful close, so I'm just going to go ahead and gun it. Start preparing us to slow down for landing. Prepare the landing legs. I'm sure I had those mapped. And I'm just gonna burn until our velocity hits 0. And there we go. We'll start to ride ourselves. And we start to come in for a landing. We'll have to ditch this engine. In hindsight, I carried way too much fuel with me, but I always prefer to have too much than too little, you know? I've already had on my other file, like I had someone get stuck in space, like basically orbiting Kerbal, and he didn't have enough fuel to get back into the atmosphere to aero brake back down to the ground. So what I ended up having to do was build a second unmanned probe craft to launch into the space to rendezvous with that craft in orbit. Oh, we got ourselves a first-time chatter here. Pitched Wine CBS, yada yada, says cheap viewers on streamboo.com. We all know what we do to guys like this.
I think it was Dostoevsky who said, "Later, fucker."
All right, once we start getting a little bit closer, I'll gun the engines again to bring our velocity back down. But for now, I'm just going to let us drop. You can see we've got more detail showing up on the surface of the planet there. That means we're getting close. Once we can see our shadow, that's probably going to be the point when we need to disconnect and start running on the lander's engines. Don't want to start using this fuel too soon, because this is what's going to get us home when all is said and done. Just going to start slowing ourselves down. No sign of our shadow yet. Oh, there it is. All right, so we're going to bring our speed down. I admit this is the part where it gets a little slow. Let's see. Oh. Might have hit it a bit too hard. Now we are rising again. There we go. Now we're falling again. A little retrograde mark. Okay. You having fun, Jebediah? He certainly looks it. Get that bot. Hell yeah.
Bitch!
The fuck did you just call me? Does this look like the face of a bitch to you? I'm gonna have way too much fun with that. Yes? Oh, shit. Hang on. I just noticed that the ground was getting very close there. Now, you're going to hear an explosion, but that's a perfectly normal anticipated explosion. That's just our old rocket parts we just jettisoned hitting the ground. Let's start to get really close. We'll start to see the defined shape of our craft in this shadow. We have almost touched down. There it is. There's that defined shape. Nice and slow now. The Kerbal has landed. All right, let's get a quick crew report. All right, we're going to keep that experiment. We're going to run all of our other experiments. Let's see. Log the pressure data. Observe the mystery goo. Conduct the material study. Oh, did I not? I guess I didn't get the seismograph yet. That's all right. I've got other experiments I can run. Time to take a walk, Jebediah. And how do I? Not a lot of storage space on these things. Okay, here we go. Now. How do I? Oh, crap. That's my own jetpack. All right, let's perform this EVA science here. Yes. You're gonna have to play that where it lies, Jebediah. As the ball arcs off into the distance, you observe the ballet of physics between the applied impulse and the body's gravity. Our scientists will rejoice at the result. And hopefully agree that the 6 iron was a great club selection. Keep experiment. Take an EVA report. Take a surface sample. Okay, hang on. Jeb, calm down, Jeb. Come on. Jeb, hang on. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for this guy to come. Wait for the Jebediah to come to a complete stop. There we go. Back on board. There we go. Oh, shit. Okay, I gotta activate the RCS. Oh, shit, I forgot the jetpack. I just gotta pray that he's not going so fast that he fucking splats himself on the ground. Oh, thank God. Okay, we've got that set up. Oh, Jeebus Griebus. Slap my peebus. He's getting some serious fucking air. Holy shit, Jebediah. Oh, shit, he might have got too much air. Okay, he's fine. He's fine, everybody. He's fine. He's cool. He's fine. There we go. Set that up in my inventory. Do I have room for the rest of the stuff? Okay. Just gonna get all this other stuff set up. Ah, yes. Oh, it's just a mystery goo unit. I gotta get the power units out here. Why are you going backwards? Easy, easy. And way to bash yourself in the head, Jebediah. Shit. Okay, well, on the one hand, that's a fucking sick flip, Jebediah. On the other hand, I need you to get back on the ship. However, it has been noted that Minimus is absolutely the most radical planet ever discovered. Good work, Jebediah. 'Twas absolutely dope. I really need to get one of those retractable ladders installed on this thing. That's the next thing I will unlock with all the science I'm going to bring home from this. Come on, Jebediah. Just need you to get on the ship and grab the power unit. There you go. Okay. Now you're going to take that power unit and deploy it on the surface. Okay. Unpower. Okay, hang on. But I deployed the power unit. Why is it all on still on power? And I think I still need the control. Have I deployed the control module yet? I think I have. Yeesh. I need to have unlocked some better lander legs too. And what all am I forgetting to deploy here? First off, I can get that back on me. Okay, maybe I need to actually switch them on. Like, I need to walk up and interact and switch them on. Okay. Ah, shit, looks like I need more. Oh shit, it looks like I didn't bring enough power to get all these running. Yeah, that should work, Jebediah. Good work. All right, so lesson learned. We need to bring more power units. Like probably at least one of these per module. So we're going to need a lot more storage. But we can work with that. All right, well. Back to space. Okay, for some reason it's not letting me go back up again. Come on. Come on. Oh, this could be bad. If I can't get back on the ship, then I'm fucked. Okay. And completely whiff. All right, so learned a few lessons. Make the storage areas accessible from the ground instead of from the sides. Retractable ladder. Both in terms of actual science points and what we're actually learning. We're learning a lot. But look at that. No one. Yeah, when you get longer landing legs, no wonder we're not sitting flat. We're not having trouble getting on. We're not sitting flat. Shit. All right, well, I'm looking. I can. There's got to be. If I do it just right, I should be able to get back on the ship. Ah, shit! I think I'm gonna whiff. For fuck's sake. Okay, come on. All right. And this might do it. You ready to grab on? Nope. What if I just sort of push it back over into a more favorable position? It looked like I was able to do that a little bit. Push. Bit of a run up going. Oh, I can't even grab the ladder. What the hell? Okay, can I rotate it? Yes, yes, I can. Okay, okay, here we go, here we go. All right, Jebediah. All right, Jebediah. Time to get that workout in, get that cardio. Get them gains. So if we reposition the ship just a little bit, that might do what we need it to. Grab. Yes! Oh, thank fuck. Okay. And reactivate stability assist. And prepare to reestablish circular orbit. Set to prograde. And the next chance we get, we're gonna burn hard for Kerbal. Okay. Sure, okay. Alrighty. And warp here. And we'll start to circularize and then kill the orbit. And we'll bring all of this tasty, tasty science back on home. Okay. So I'm going to add maneuver right here with a strong retrograde burn. That's right. You know, I'm actually going to cut it there. And then add a retrograde burn here to bring us down into the atmosphere. Oh, wow, I never even corrected our landing legs. Okay. And just going to go ahead and ditch that. Warp here. Till we actually, and we'll zip forward to the point where we actually begin re-entry. Probably going to be about here. Once we dip below 70,000, that's going to be when we're re-entering the atmosphere. Here we go. Things are about to get real hot. Oh, never mind. Things have already gotten real hot. And once we're going slow enough, we'll get the chutes ready to deploy. I got 4 little ones to slow me down and a big one to bring me safely home. Basically, as soon as the fire goes out. Okay, got the... There go the little chutes. There goes the big one. And back down to the ground. It should open around... what's it? Yeah, around 2,500 meters. And at this point, we just gotta wait. We'll get there eventually. Probably. There we go. There's the other chute. Man, imagine working for NASA and being the guy who has to wash these chutes. I mean, they gotta wash them occasionally, right? I mean, they end up in the woods, they get dunked in the ocean. Do they even reuse them? Welcome back, Jebediah. That should give us a good couple hundred science, I'd say. $683. God damn. Okay. Let's see. Got a lot I need to spend it on. Gotta get better landings. Shit. More science tech. Gonna get those ladders I was talking about. How much do I got to work with? Construction, okay. Gonna get better aerodynamic parts. Ooh, I'm getting close to be able to do, yeah, docking and stuff with the Clabatron docking port. Okay, that should give us everything we need to make landings a lot easier to do. Let's do a second mission to Moon. Ah, shit, I forgot to plant a flag. Oh, well. Let's see, so we're going to start with, I think, a much bigger pod so we can take a scientist with us up there to set up all the science shit. We're going to want an antenna on board, I think. No, we don't need no stinking antenna. Let's see. So we got Jebediah and Bob. There! Now we're talking. That's storage, that is. Okay, so we got all of this. Ground communicatron. Seismometer. Weather analyzer. Enough photovoltaic like, I'm going to say one photovoltaic panel per device. So we're going to need the main experiment control system. We're going to put that cargo bay down at the bottom. Lesson learned, the bottom. Experiment control center. Got more photovoltaic panels. Got the weather analyzer. Got the passive seismometer. The goo monitor, the jetpack, the EVA science kit. What do we got here? EVA fuel cylinders. The antenna. And of course, we want this thing bristling with sensors, so let's see. Well, first off, we're going to want heat shield. No. Yes. Followed by a decoupler to get us back down on the ground. We're going to want the chutes. Little chutes. And then let's see. Ground, we're going to want big landing struts. Not 8, 6. Yes, 6. Low enough a Kerbal should be able to reach what's on the ground. Utility. Just need the one ladder. Right there should do. Yep, that ought to do it. Carry us right from the ground back to the top. Get these a bit more centered. Gotta turn off the snap to get it just right. And then on the bottom, we're gonna want our first engine, just a little Terrier engine. Okay, let's actually put this on the launch pad and make sure that they can reach the stuff in the cargo pit from the ground. Plonk. Yep, can access all of that from the ground. Good stuff. Grab the ladder. Climb up. And back in the ship. Okay. So now that that whole problem's taken care of, let's see, Delta V on the moon is about 2,000 Delta V, so that should be more than enough to get us home. How about a Minimus? Alrighty. And so I'm going to do this moon mission 2. Oh wait, that ain't the right button. I fucked up. And can I unlock any of the bigger? If I can get those thoroughbred boosters, those will be fun. Those can get you into orbit basically on their own. Oh, whoops. All right. Ah. Okay. That's probably more fuel than I'll need to get there, but better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So we're going to throw some solar panels on this thing. Some solar panels. Those of you who have ever watched Birdemic. And slap a battery on there too. And have this whole thing be just bristling with sensors. So we're gonna slap on a. Yeah, let's see, gonna get the seismic meter, the magnetoboom, the mystery goo. What do I do about you? I guess maybe, no. The material science thing is just too valuable. Well, that's just doofy looking. Can I do anything about that? Not. Can I do anything to make that not be fucking stupid? No, that's not going to work because that throws off the whole ladder situation. I guess guess it's just gonna have to sit on top there. And we'll just throw some batteries on that. Not happy with how it looks, but it'll work. There we go. Once we're orbiting the moon, we'll run the magnetoboom test. Nope. I keep accidentally clicking out of the window, like my cursor just goes a little too far and click, and now I'm off in who fucking knows where. There we go. Big skipper main engine. RCS ports all around. Fuel tanks. We're gonna need more RCS fuel tanks. Hey, where'd the music go? Aerodynamics, we're going to want some fins on the bottom. Coupling. A couple of big Who's-Its to hold the big ass solid fuel boosters on. Some fins for the aforementioned solid fuel boosters so that they fly off a little more smoothly when the time comes to disengage them. And something to make them a little more flight friendly. Okay, we're gonna just go with that and see how it goes. All right. Once we hit 100 meters per second, we'll start the gravity turn. Oh boy, here we go. I remember the first time playing through this game, the first time I actually got to the moon, I got Jebediah stuck up there, and the whole moon just got dotted with rescue craft trying to save him. It was Honestly, it was really fucking sad. Okay. Gonna wait for the... Okay. And set the maneuver to circularize our orbit. And start the burn. And we'll just let the pilot handle it from here. So how are we all doing tonight, chat? Y'all enjoying your new year so far? I'm really excited to see all the sorts of stuff I can bring with the stream right in with me. Like, you might have seen at a couple of points during the stream, I'm experimenting with putting in gross stuff like I got on SpongeBob or Ren and Stimpy on my streams. You know, just something to help that sort of cartoony ass aesthetic I'm building here. Like, check this out. Or this. Like, I actually painted those myself. I'm very proud of how they turned out. The whole thing, it actually works. Oh, just playing some BioShock 2? That's nice. Yeah. Thank you. The funny thing about those things, I didn't do them in my computer. I felt like the only way to really get them to look like a painting was to paint them. So I made some, painted some actual physical paintings. They're over there on a shelf right now. Popped them in a scanner and then just found a factory background off of Google to put them on, and now I've got these nice little, I got a couple more planned, like, I'm gonna do an angry one, maybe a couple of other emotions, but yeah, I think they're gonna be a lot of fun, a fun little feature to have on the channel. I need to play BioShock 2 on this channel sometime. I'll probably do that after I finish the first one. Actually, I haven't played BioShock 2 nearly as much as I've played the first one, but I remember it being pretty good. Let me see. We are almost there, folks. Just as soon as this maneuver is done, we all level our orbit to Moon. Oh, here we go. There it goes. It always takes the part where it starts to really, really get going, and shoop. All right. Wasn't quite the target, but that works. Now we're going to go over here to the ascending node. And do a burn until it hits 0, 0. It's going to be a 17-second burn, so starting at about T-minus 9 seconds. And now! Once we've got our orbit on the same level as the moon, we'll find our transfer window. Looks like we're in a pretty good spot for it. Focus view on moon. Yep, there it is. Let's see, it's going to be a 41-second burn. T-minus 41 seconds, I should say. And then, once we are in steady orbit around the moon, I'm going to go back to the Science Center, actually, and check to see where the location of our last landing was. Oh. Because once I figure out where our last couple of landings were, I can figure out where we want to land for this mission, because if we land on different regions, we can run experiments over again and still get the same amount of science. Like I can see here, we got one from the moon's Midlands. I think we might have one in one of the big craters. I'll figure that all out when I get back to the space station. Ease it into that last leg there, and ease it. All right. And a strong retrograde burn there to get ourselves a nice, even orbit. Our safest bet for new data is probably going to be at the poles. Well, let's go ahead and check. Oh, here we go. We can flag our landing spot from last time. Okay, so last time we've got data from a crater in the Midlands. Let's see here. Let me check it. I think I'll go back to the space station and actually see what all research I've gotten. Because I'm not sure if that counts as a crater or the Midlands. That's not the right place. Wait, yes it is. Archives. Kerbal from the moon. Okay, so it looks like we do have stuff from the Midlands. So we're going to aim for the poles. To get ourselves a new location. So to do that, it's going to take a bit of maneuvering. Let's see. So we go. Yes, we go there. And go up. Wait, no. Don't warp. Don't warp. Don't warp. Don't warp. Don't warp. Whew, that was close. And then add a maneuver here. Strong retrograde burn. Then another maneuver here. Another retrograde burn. And just spiral our way down, down, down. Should land us boink, right on the top there. Okay. "32-second burn," so that's going to be a 16-second burn. Burn from the 16-second mark, I mean. Okay. Man, things get a little weird now. Let's just that's pretty much done what I needed to do, so we're gonna cancel that one. Add another one. There we go. Nice landing on the moon's northern pole. So we can have a little meet and greet with Moon Santa. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. On to the next maneuver. Second burn for this one. And then a 19-second burn for the next maneuver. Gonna make a slight tweak to have us fly over the pole, and then I'll start from, and I'll turn that into basically a drop. That should be, actually, no, that should be fine. I'm gonna stick with that. And in about 10 seconds, we'll start the burn. Okay. Ready to begin our approach on the moon. And we'll make sure to land on the lit side of the pole. We can at least get some light. Okay. Start getting a bit closer. Set to retrograde. Burn until we hit radial out. And beginning descent. Let's drop until we get below 10,000 meters. we're gonna let's get one last burst in to slow us down before we impact, and then decouple. And we can use that to sort of gauge how far up we are. So about that far. Ah, crap. I forgot to get the magneto boom reading. I'll do that on my way out. All right, there we go. So we'll start by extending this ladder. And we'll run all our studies. EVA report. Surface sample. Let's let time go forward a little bit till the sun is facing us. There we go. Now we can see a bit better. Stow that there for a bit. Start by getting all these solar panels set up. Perform some EVA science. Initial testing of off-world sporting possibility is a go. Not only do the ball flight characteristics allow for some spectacular shots, but real estate prices are currently still a bargain. Good to know. All right, let's start placing these parts. Let's start by laying down the control module. Okay, we got that running. Get some more of these power units deployed. Get a communicatron hooked out in the powered 2. Put it right here by the control module. All right, so we got things to run experiments, things to send them home. Now we're cooking. Gonna get all these power units deployed. Let's build a little solar farm in space here. Let's see how we're doing on juice. Power available 4. Let's try the seismometer. Snazzy. All right, so I think the idea is that this will slowly produce science over time. I guess a weather analyzer doesn't really make sense in a place with no atmosphere. Yep, there we go. It's going to start producing science per hour, I see. All right, let's get back into orbit, do the magnetosphere report. And now we don't need a crazy high apoapsis for the moon. But we are, I think, going to want to pivot it so that we can launch ourselves towards Kerbal. Strong normal burn. Or is that anti-normal? It's anti-normal. And so we're lined up with Kerbal there. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. Now from here, we're going to do a strong prograde burn till we get in proper orbit going. For 42 seconds. Okay. We might end up cutting it fine, but we should be able to make it back. Okay, first things first. Get the magnetometer report. Because that's a fat stack of science for very little effort. And now... we're not going to have a feel for that burn.
Brace your urethra for turbulence.
My urethra is braced. God help the rest of me. So if I do that, and then at a retrograde burn here, And then aero brake.
Brace your urethra for turbulence.
My urethra is braced for turbulence. That was the wrong knob. Holy shit. Ow, 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 my earballs. For turbulence. There we go. Ouch. Sorry about that, folks. Whew. All right.
The silken beeves.
The silken beeves. The silken beeves. Okay. So we're going to start with that. And, man, I'm actually going to do a quick save. Just in case I fuck it up and get stuck. Okay, now we're going to go to the next maneuver. Turn down my gain a little bit because I was getting a little fuzz there. That's a lot better. There we go. I am liking the sound of that. You're going to want to start at the T-9 second mark. Hang on. Stop that. Oh, shit. I did the wrong thing. I was running a bit, flying for a bit low there. Add maneuver. Let's see what I can do with this. Okay. Yeah, we're going to run with that. Start the escape burn. Okay. That'll work. All right. Gonna head here to the apoapsis. And let's see if I got enough delta V. Oh, yeah? Yeah, yeah. Okay, get down so I'm just kissing the atmosphere. And aero brake down. Sure, good enough. Warp to next maneuver. Once our periapsis gets under 75,000. Actually, no, we'll get to about... Okay, yeah, we'll go to there. No, that's a bad idea. Okay, we're just going to coast into the atmosphere then. Okay. We're going to maintain. Oh, looks like we're taking a quick pat. Wait, what? Whoa, no, 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 no. I escaped. No, 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 no. Okay. Hard retrograde burn. Nope. Okay. Gotta load the save. That's what's getting stuck. That's getting yeeted into fucking deep space. Okay. Where am I? Okay. Preparing for the maneuver, the burn. I like that. Okay. Okay. I'm going to start the burn around the 12-second mark. Okay. And all right, and at the 10-second mark, that's when we start the burn. And hopefully this time we don't get caught in some random bullfuckery. And then we're getting launched into deep fucking space. Okay. And we're going to warp in closer until we get... There we go. Gonna lock onto retrograde. Just slow things down until I get a nice landing on land. Nope. Out of fuel. All right. I go ahead and retract the ladder. And I'm going to try something. Save game. Urban approach. All right. Bob, you're going outside. I'm going to run another report. And retract. Boom. And get back on the... All right, I guess I'll just... I should have brought some experiment storage, okay? And we'll get to the point where we start to actually re-enter the atmosphere. Didn't realize that that having a scientist aboard was enough to store experiments. Set to retrograde. We have now entered the atmosphere, and now we just get through the scary part. Alrighty. Deploy the chutes and drift lazily to the ground. Oh, phew. Okay. I was worried I was about to crash straight into that mountain. Just in case, I'm going to up the altitude for that. It's open now. And now we drift slowly to the ground. I believe that's some of our equipment crashing right there. And recover vessel. All right, so we're probably gonna need to redo the magnetometer report, but I actually got a plan for that. 909 science, hot damn. Okay, we've managed to keep both of them. All right, we did manage to keep them. All right, let's see what else we can research and develop. Ow. Why would you do this to me? Let's see, so we're going to add some more wings, more fins for us to use on our planes because they're going to get bigger. Going to unlock some more powerful solid fuel boosters. Gonna get some solar panels for unmanned stuff. Gonna get some of these. Gonna get some inline RCS fuel tanks. think I'm actually going to hold off on spending the rest of my science until I get a better handle on what else I'm going to need. Well, maybe, well, no, I don't have enough science to get the at least the atmospheric scanner. Funny. Oh, that's why you like hitting me in the face with a door, huh? Because it's funny? This is the face you think is funny to hit? I need to stop using... I'm gonna try and use that less frequently so it has more punch, but it's my first stream. Let a man have his fun. Ah, crap, I just noticed some stray pixels on it. Oh, well, I'll have to fix that later. What's that over there? Ooh. That's the face of a man. You want to hit this face like a piñata? I love showing you that awful picture I painted. Ah. Let's check in on this thing. This one doesn't see. Oh, see, now that one's doing some science. Power state powered. It says that it's at science rate 100%. I don't know, that's weird. And let me Google this thing, see what it does. Grand Slam passive. It works by impacting objects near the seismometer. So what I'm hearing is that I need to launch a big fuck-off rocket into the moon and crash that sumbitch. Okay. I was gonna sign off for the night, but I think I got time for one more mission. Okay. Okay. Actually, I'm going to be honest, folks. I am pretty tired, and I need to get my sleep schedule reset after New Year's Eve. So I think I might have to actually call it a night here. I really should be getting to bed. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and be sure to tune in for my next stream. That's going to be on Sunday. I am dusting off an old favorite from Mario March and playing more Wario World, and I am very excited to pick that one back up. And for now, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to check me out on Twitter and Blue Sky and TikTok and Instagram for all my clips and updates. And let's see who out there we can raid out to. Anybody I'm following? Ooh, let's hit Eldritch Grandpa. They're fun. All right. And 3, 2, 1, rating.